You look in the old films and it's a dark room with a guy with some hat on and having a fag. It's all smoky and seedy. Nowadays they're light and airy. Prior to this business, I spent 15 years importing laptops from China. It was a fantastic business when it first started. Unfortunately, as more and more people came through the system, everyone became more and more computer savvy, and they just ended up buying direct from Dell. And Tina's now wandering behind us, trying to stay out of Phil. It was a fantastic business. Enjoyed every moment of it. Had brilliant years, had bad years, but eventually it just got to the stage where you could not make any money. I looked at various franchises and I walked away from all of them. You think in your mind, hang on a second, let's go and have a look at these, and then I'll see if I can do it myself. After a while, you realise it's probably better being part of something. I first met Cash Brokers, would have been early 2011. I looked at what they did, decided it probably wasn't for me, and then had a wander around a year off work. Then I discovered I did actually need to earn some money, so I went back, looked at a few various things I've been looking at. I thought, well, it might work. So I had a few chats with them, went to visit a couple of shops, saw the potential that there is a need for short-term stopgaps for people. Being honest, if I'd strolled into this myself, people would have been coming in with a bag of gold, and I'd been like, well, is that gold? They teach you how to do it. And basically you get to start on day one, at full speed.
And what did this shop used to be? It
used to be a chemist. And if you look just up there, it says prescriptions. The main advantage to small retail space is the cost. Square footage costs an awful lot of money retail. So you only need a small area, your overheads are lower. It's as simple as that. Your rates are lower, your electricity bill's lower. Although when it comes to rent and rates, electricity just is irrelevant. It's such a small amount. So this shop here is much bigger than it needs to be, but it was the smallest one I could find. Bring a phone in, they need £100. You buy the phone off them for £100, they come and buy it back. They might come 2 months later and do the same deal again. We did have a World War I Pickelhaube. One of those hats with a point on the top. We had an Indian gentleman come in with a great big blender from a curry house. Literally, they're about that long, just to blend up curry. This came in yesterday. Better cover the name up. Okay. It is a Arabic water jug. I had no idea. I didn't even know it was silver when it came in. Looked at it. I think we paid the lady 170 quid. When you buy second-hand goods, there will always be someone trying to sell you something that's not theirs. There's varying degrees of not theirs. It's literally bop someone over the head, steal their phone. You're protected against that because there are ways of checking to see if it is their phone. Say you two got engaged, who owns the ring should the engagement fail?
Me.
Why?
How would you settle something like that?
It was a learning curve. If it was your grandmother's ring and it was obviously a family heirloom, then it's a given that it's a conditional, the proposal is made and the presentation of a ring is made conditionally. If you've just gone into a local jeweller's, bought a ring and said, will you marry me? And then you bugger off, she gets to keep it. It's a myth that you get poorer customers. Because trust me, when the richer ones come in, you make far more money. You're sitting on a safe with quite a few Rolexes in. One scenario was a gentleman came in and he said, it's all my own fault, I've spent all my money, I need to get to a funeral. I went to the bank, they said, no, sorry, you're up to your limit. He said, I just need 100 quid. And they said, no, forget it. He wouldn't entertain anything. He said, how can I get £100 from you? And he was standing there with it, holding his iPhone. I said, well, you give me the phone, I'll give you the £100. You've got 4 weeks to come and buy it back. Simple as that. That won't be affected by a recession because people will always overspend.
Yes.
I'm sure like me, when you were 16 you earned a pittance compared to what you earn now. You spent more then and you probably spend more now sometimes.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely right.
So we'll take your phone then.